Kevin Durant is a better basketball player than LeBron James. He is better, more skilled, more talented, and a better defender. The only thing that's different is that LeBron's legacy is just insane.
His legacy basically killed everything that you said right there.
His legacy, not his actual basketball skill.
Legacy adds up everything that you said in one bubble and puts it on LeBron James. But I'm not saying that KD's better than LeBron or LeBron's better than KD. They're all good in their own way. All good in their own way. KD is tough. LeBron is tough. When you look at it on paper, that's your favorite line, Cody. When you look at it on paper, LeBron's better. He has more rings. When LeBron passes away, they're going to be like he's the GOAT over KD. Might be on Mount Rushmore together, but LeBron has more rings. His legacy lives on.
He said Kevin Durant. I don't know if I heard him right. Like, my ears almost went deaf when I heard it. They started bleeding. He said Kevin Durant is better than LeBron James in every way. Did you not just say that?
Except passing.
Except passing. Okay.
He doesn't pass much.
Well, I don't even know how to argue this. It's just not even – the argument is LeBron and Michael Jordan. There's no argument for LeBron and Kevin Durant.
We're talking skill. It doesn't need to be what he's done. Skill-wise, Kevin Durant is more skilled than LeBron James.
But no.
Kevin Durant can score in every single way. Kevin Durant's defense is better than LeBron James, and that's proven by stats.
LeBron James is the most athletically and blessed, God-given body for the game of basketball I have ever seen in my entire life.
He's just the most God-given body for any sport. If he went into football, he'd be that way too. But doesn't mean that he's more skilled than Kevin Durant.
He is. I mean, he just is.
He's
His passing, elite. His scoring, elite. People think he's not a good shooter. He's a good shooter. Defense, bro. Chase down block, Hall of Fame. That's
it.
Bro.
He's also rated top 13 in worst defenders for people who average 15 minutes or more. He is rated 13th worst in the league.
Like,
is that regular season? Because regular season, of course, he doesn't care.
Right.
Nice. If y'all are all going to base this off of one Iguodala block.
I'm not basing it off of Iguodala
One
block.
Iguodala block where he clutched it anyways.
I'm basing it off of 10 finals
Steph
appearances.
Curry could have blocked that shot the way he went up and over.
Right.
10 finals appearances or 11. Is it 11 now? I've lost count.
11 finals appearances and only 4 wins against the Heat team in the bubble.
Okay. Well, Kevin Durant had a couple. He had one finals appearance, only one, before he joined a super team. And don't even say LeBron joined it. LeBron did join a Miami super team.
LeBron had one
created that.
One appearance.
But it wasn't 73-9, different super team. Different level.
He had one
different
appearance before he joined that super team. There's no difference.
There is, because Kevin Durant had James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
No, he didn't. James Harden had left by the time he was gone. Russell Westbrook was a terrible point guard.
When they went to the finals, they had James Harden.
They went to the finals.
Yeah, when they went to the finals, but he left, and then that's when Durant left. I'm saying like 4 years later. I'm not talking about that team.
Durant left to go to the team that beat him.
I would leave for a better.
That don't sound like a more talented player.
I would leave for a better point guard too, because he has the ball in his hands a lot.
I don't want to come across that I'm hating on Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant, we all know, is just amazing. He's incredible.
He's a top 10 player all
time. But LeBron's first or second, hands down. I'm saying second because I'm a big MJ guy.
Say first.
But there's an argument to be made that he's first. But
his skill set is not the same as Kevin Durant's.
It is. It's better. He's more physical. He's just better in every way, I think.
He's a better shooter than Kevin Durant.
Okay, he's not a better shooter.
And that's what the league is today. It is a shooting league.
But that's just one. That's just.
It is a shooting league.
It's a shooting league from 1 through 5.
Okay, but you got to have playmakers to create those shots, and LeBron is the best playmaker in the league.
Bro,
yes,
IQ
on not agree more, Cody.
Playmaker for his teammates. Playmaker as a playmaker.
Put shooters around LeBron, best playmaker in the team.
Yeah. Sure, but and the same thing, Durant doesn't need the playmakers because he's going to get the bucket himself.
Bro,
what
wins? What wins? LeBron needed LeBron did need those. I mean, Kevin Durant did need those playmakers. He did.
When did he need playmakers?
He got Curry, Klay Thompson, all those guys playmaker for him.
Those are shot makers.
No, Curry's a playmaker too.
Curry's a playmaker. Klay is not. Klay is a shot maker.
Klay's a shooter.
But you're saying LeBron doesn't. You're just saying LeBron hasn't had a playmaker with him every time he's won. He had Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie's a scorer.
Kyrie Irving is a playmaker and scorer.
He even said himself that James Harden's the point guard on the Nets, and he's the shooting guard.
Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh.
No,
Anthony Davis.
Okay.
These are who LeBron James is a playmaker. With. And y'all are mad that he has one with Steph Curry. He has one with
Klay Thompson.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. But those don't.
And Draymond Green and Andre Iguodala.
Are you kidding me? And Andre Iguodala, Draymond Green, who everyone makes fun of now.
Draymond Green is bro. He's hated, but he's good. Draymond was great.
Is the floor general now for the freaking Warriors, who are all barely over 16 years old. So I'm just okay. But my question for you is, you say skill set or skill level of Kevin Durant is better than LeBron. What exactly skill is better than LeBron, other than shooting?
That is the biggest thing. He's a 7-footer with a better handle who can shoot better. His finish package is not – he's not as strong, but his finish package is just as good.
False.
He's not as strong. That's the only difference.
LeBron's going to the basket way better. The only thing he doesn't do better is shooting.
That's because Durant freaking hits mid-range at the same level that LeBron hits layups.
So what makes him better then? If they're both
I don't know the stats on that, but I'm gonna say that it's not true.
Y'all aren't gonna agree with
me.
The
truth is that this take is just horribly trash. Ethan, this is exactly why you're a co-host on Trash Takes. I mean, it's really bad. I mean, you start off the take with saying that he's only better in passing. I mean, you forget about athletic ability, strength.
You forget
finishing.
You forget that KD's athletic.
No, not as athletic as LeBron. It's not even close.
He doesn't need to jump as high because he is 7'1" with a 7-foot wingspan. LeBron doesn't have that size.
Okay, but then LeBron,
it's not even about jumping. It's about everything, just athletic speed, strength. It's just everything. He's just better.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can go down the list. There's that meme right now where it goes shooting, defending, playmaking, and it's making fun of the bad players. You know what I'm talking about? Have y'all seen that?
Yeah, the best players with their worst plays. Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen that?
Yeah.
Now, we can do that in the opposite direction with good plays. Shooting.
It's Durant.
But LeBron's a good shooter.
LeBron is a good shooter now.
Playmaking. It's not a question. LeBron's the best in the league. Defending. You're really going to say Durant's a better defender than LeBron?
Durant's a better defender than LeBron.
I don't think LeBron James is
the most overrated defender in the league.
I would disagree with that.
That can be my take.
Even worse take.
I would disagree with that by a long shot. And then rebounding, LeBron's putting up rebounds when he needs to. But I just think LeBron's playmaking is just on another level. His IQ, I watched him pick apart my Miami Heat team in the finals last year.
That's because your Miami Heat team's a 6 team in the East. They just got lucky that year.
Yes, they did make a run, but
he didn't have to play anyone. The Clippers were out. The Clippers were out before he had to play them.
Everyone apart.
The best team he played was a Denver Nuggets team who's okay. That's the best team he had to play.
Bro, I could argue that Kevin Durant wasn't the best player on the Warriors team.
But that's not true because he was averaging 40 points a game in the playoffs.
No, I think he was the best player, but I could argue that he wasn't.
Because
you have a guy like Curry.
Opposite. Curry is insane. Curry changed the game of basketball.
LeBron,
Durant, when he was on the team, was the best player, and he showed it every finals and every playoffs.
I'm going to be honest. I think LeBron could have like 8 MVPs right now. I don't know how he does it.
Look, Cody said he didn't want to trash KD's name. I mean, I'm all right with that because I do think KD is a good player. But let's just cut to the chase. He made the softest move ever. I mean, blown through when needed. You joined
was soft as heck too to go to Miami. Everyone thought the same thing.
Not that soft.
Different. He didn't go to the team that beat him.
8 years old and you don't remember it doesn't mean it wasn't soft.
He didn't go to the team that he blew a 3-1 lead to in the Western Conference Finals. That was 73-9 the year before.
23-9,
Right.
and you almost beat them, and you blow a 3-1 lead.
Guys,
and
he
then
was
you
leaving. If you look at it, there was 1 and 3 teams that he was going to go
Something.
to. It was them, the Wizards, and I can't remember who the other else was. Those were the only 3 that could pay for him. The Warriors had the money. He didn't take a pay cut.
I want
He
you to
took a
think.
pay cut later.
I want you to think about this.
Oh, he definitely
Go to your high school
He
basketball
definitely-
years. Think about your biggest rival that you couldn't beat,
We were pretty good.
and then you
Lakeview
transferred there.
Academy.
And then you transferred there.
Okay, we're winning a state championship. What's wrong?
That's all I need
Oh
to know.
my.
That's all I need to know. We're leaving. I'm sitting next to a snake. Add in the sound effects editor.